learners, and welcome to the Crafty Corner. I'm Miss Lisa, and we're here today at the Fayette County Public Library. This week is St. Patrick's Day, and so I thought it would be a really great idea for us to make a gnome. Gnomes are very popular right now, and so if you take a look at this little guy, he is adorable. Okay, we're going to make this little gnome. So if you come to the library, you can pick up a packet, and you'll be able to have everything you need in here to make a gnome. So if we open it up, we were going to see what's in our packet. We have lots of green paper and some white paper. We have a cotton ball. Don't lose his nose. You're going to need to have his little nose. And let's see, we have the green. That's going to be the background. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is maybe make his body. And so to take your piece of paper, you're just going to want to sort of trim the corners of your paper and sort of come up toward the middle. It's sort of like a pear shape. So I'm just going to trim the corners here and come up toward the middle. All right, so that can be his body. And we can lay that down, and we'll glue that here in a minute. Now, the fun part about the gnome is that he has a beard. Now, the beard is your handprint. Now, if you'll notice in the one that I've made, if I traced my hand, it would be way too big. So we really need a child's hand. So your hand, I'm sure my little crafters are going to be perfect. So today, I'm going to trace my hand pretty tight to make his beard. So on my white piece of paper, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to lay my hand down, and I'm going to keep my fingers pretty close together, and I'm going to trace my hand. Have mom or dad help you with this part. Trace your hand, and it will probably make a perfect little gnome beard. All right, so then we're going to need to cut it out. And I might have to trim mine a little bit more because my fingers are much bigger than yours. All right, so I'm just going to come on the inside of those lines that I made, so those lines are not going to show. You don't want your gnome's beard to have little pencil lines on it. All right, so there's my thumb. Now, I can even turn it over, that way it's not going to show either. So I'll take his body and lay that down, and let's just see how oh, look, it fits pretty well. And the beard can hang off of the body a little bit if you want to as well. All right, so I think what we need to do next is go ahead and glue. So you might need your glue stick or your regular glue. So I'm going to first of all glue the green construction paper with the white glue since it's heavier paper. But now, like the beard, since it's a thinner piece of paper, I'm going to use my glue stick. So remember, boys and girls, that we scribble the glue. We don't lay big globs of glue on our paper. So I'm going to stick this near the bottom because we are going to give him some feet. All right, I'm going to rub that down. Hopefully we don't have a lot of curling with it. All right, I'm not going to glue this just yet because we need to make his hat. Now the hat, yep, that's going to be perfect. The hat is a big giant triangle. So you're going to take this yellowish green paper and sort of just come in from the corners and come up to the top. Turn it over and try to do the exact same thing and come up and sort of make it come to a point. It doesn't have to come to an exact point because we're going to put the cotton ball there. We're going to put the hat on, and we're going to tip the hat over a little bit. However you decide to make your hat would be fine. That looks about right because you're going to want to put that beard right up underneath that hat. And then also wherever his nose went, here's his little nose. I'm going to put his little nose right there as well. So you want to make sure, since this is a layered craft, that you get your layers all ready before you do any gluing. Well, in fact, talking about layers, we need his little feet down here too. So let's see, yes, I left a little space right there. That's perfect. So I'm going to take my paper and go ahead and cut it in half so that I'll have two perfectly exact same type of feet, and I'm sort of just going to make like a half moon, a half circle. Okay, and then I'm going to flatten that half circle out just a little bit. Okay, because I don't think they have round feet or round shoes. And then we can slide those feet up underneath there. Now That looks a little clownish because they're a little bit too big. So I'm gonna have to make them a little smaller as you want them to fit the bottom of your gnome. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim these down. Let's see if that looks a little better. We don't want him to have feet that are too big. All right, now that we have his feet, I'm gonna go ahead and lift the paper up a little bit. Luckily, I didn't glue the very bottom. So keep that in mind when you're doing yours. Go ahead and put his feet here. So now he has a little place that he can stand. And the rest of our layers are about ready to be glued down as well. All right, so let's use the glue stick for his beard. Since it's a lighter weight piece of paper, the glue stick is a better choice. Okay, and I'm gonna put the beard, I'm gonna hang it down just a little bit, and then we're gonna put the hat on top. We need to make sure that that hat doesn't hang off the paper too far. Again, since this is a lighter weight piece of paper, I'm gonna go ahead and use my glue stick on it. And we're going to glue that down. And oh, I got to make sure I leave space for the nose. So let's put the glue on that nose and slide that up underneath there. Oops, it stuck to me. All right, there we go. Oh, it's still stuck to me. All right, boys and girls. Okay, I've held it in place. There we go. All right, this is a funny looking gnome, and that's the way they look. Oh, now, boys and girls, you see what I did there? I glued too much on the hat, and it's sticking to the table. So be careful. You might want to actually put the glue on the paper and then glue the hat down. All right, the cotton ball can go on the end. And then the only thing left to do is to decorate the hat. Now, you could just leave it plain green if you want. The first one I did some squares and some stripes, so maybe this one, since gnomes love the green and it's St. Patrick's Day, we'll just make some polka dots on it. And we'll be done with this little gnome. All right. Boys and girls, I sure hope you will come on down to the Fayette County Public Library and get yourself a gnome. Craft. Isn't he adorable? All right, boys and girls, I have enjoyed making this gnome with you. I hope you will come down and get this packet, and I'll be seeing you again soon at the Fayette County Public Library. I'm Miss Lisa, and this has been the Crafty Corner.